know that he's winning 106 rating points.
106 rating points.
Yes.
I thought it was a 3,100 rating performance. I'm thinking it may be 3,300 if he's winning that many points. It's extraordinary what we're watching, Joby. This is, again, we're showcasing Blitz chess at its very best, and it's coming down to this.
Whoa, well, never mind about that.
Well, yeah, you really
And now we're going to have to find
predicted that one.
an answer to the Queen's can with the client.
Okay. And
Bishop F4,
which is really gaining popularity over the Bishop G5.
Let's see, knight
We've seen this
D7.
idea
Will we
of
see
C5.
Yes.
And he's played it. Knight H5.
This is Karjakin. This is Aronian's pet line. It was for a very long time. It fell out of grace recently.
Well, I remember in the candidates where this Knight H5, and what happened was it was Boris Gelfand as black. He put in C7, C6. He took, and then he played. It's the big clamp, a kind of a version of the big clamp. He took the bishop, did Boris Gelfand, and played C7, C6, and played a very early Queen C7.
He's playing the other variation, which is B6 without
C6.
C6 first.
And
They just transposed back.
They have transposed back. And Queen C7.
It's a flurry of moves,
a very quick tickle.
Very
against
well
this
known.
F4 pawn.
Oh,
Well,
we have a result already.
the clocks have barely started ticking, Jovi.
Yes.
Wesley so has drawn Hikaru Nakamura in the exact same way.
I'm not playing well. Hikaru.
He's black.
Maybe.
Well, he's black. I mean, why
what
not?
can you do? But
Yeah.
maybe disappointed that he couldn't get a game.
We'll take it. He has the black pieces against a strong player.
I think so.
And by the way, Sergey is the first to double up on the A file as you quickly play A takes B, and now these rooks are actually very well positioned indeed. Rook A3, kind of a move that you just always want to play. I remember a tournament in Zurich where it was Vichy Anand on the white side versus Hikaru Nakamura, and Vichy with white after Rook A3 and there was a Queen A5. He got himself all tangled up, and Hikaru won very smoothly. A smooth game. H5.
Wow, that's
What
something.
is that?
Maxime didn't want to be clamped down by H5 from Maxime. Let's remember, Rook A3 doesn't really have a threat, so I could just ignore you for a while.
It has a nuisance value, though.
Yeah, it does have nuisance value.
I thought F5 there was, maybe he was worried about E5.
Yeah, I think you want to play Rook E1 first.
Rook E1 and now he is threatening to move F5.
Yeah.
I would expect bishop.
Bishop
Where
just-
do I want to put my bishop on F6?
I think
Well,
it's
yes.
Sergey answers the question you asked.
I did wonder whether the knight perhaps belonged on F6.
The thing about the bishop on F6 is that if I get Rook A3, I suddenly actually do have a threat.
Yeah.
of knight takes C5, and
Right.
he has gotten in his break F5.
And
I
that's
like
gonna-
that move, Rook A3. I'm not a big fan of this move H5. It's all about timing, and White managing to trade off his double pawns.
Well, what's wrong here? Takes on F5, Queen takes F5, G6.
6, Queen C2.
I can still play these ideas of Rook A3. You have ideas of discovered attacks, but I don't see them working.
I have
Well,
knight G5.
I see this knight really wants to reposition itself. To
No, but I
F4.
have to leave my knight on C3 because I'm a
Rook
little bit
A2.
worried that Rook A2 could be
I
trade
understood.
off a little bit.
It's not easy for either side, because still, after Queen C2, Rook A3, even the idea...
Whoa! Very unexpected approach.
Well, taking advantage of the fact that you cannot take on B6.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Okay,
yes,
I mean,
yes.
we are seeing some, highfalutin moves here, guys. Whoa! What?
I mean, he
has
could have just
happened?
taken with the Queen, right? There was
Yes.
nothing wrong.
But I guess he didn't want to allow Queen F4, allowing the white Queen to linger
Well, now the
around
Queen
king.
has-
That actually makes sense.
And then
Yeah.
now knight takes B6.
Well, thank you.
Once in a while, huh?
Once in a while, the blind hand, finds. What do we have?
You probably have to move the Queen back to C2
Queen
anyway.
Back to C2. Knight takes B6.
And then play something like
B5?
But Queen D6 is one of those moves that just show class. He played it without thinking.
Wow.
He just did it so quickly. He expected C takes B6. He had that move ready.
And Queen D3.
Yeah, I'm liking Black's position now.
Knight
After this
takes
yeah, this guy-
B6.
And once again, Rook A3 is going to be very annoying.
I wasn't so sure about the Queen being on D3. It just looked more natural on C2.
But then knight c4 would have tickled the a3 square too.
But I'd rather be, let your knight come to c4 first.
Rather
I'll
than being
deal
in
with
that
that.
pin.
Rather than being on the pin, yeah.
Right. So we think that Sergey has, for the moment, outplayed MVL just a little bit.
So
And again, knight coming to e2. I had anticipated that this was MVL's idea.
okay, but I can go rook a3.
Rook a3 is
You
a
can.
beautiful tempo.
I will probably just go queen d1. Oh, rook b3, okay, also
Rook
possible.
b3 is also possible
And
because
now knight c4.
Knight c4, knight f4. Still
Right.
not so clear to me what's going on.
yeah,
By the way,
knight
there was
f4
a
is
queen takes b4.
yeah, but it doesn't work because of rook
knight
takes
was on
b6, the loose knight on b6.
Right.
And it won't work after knight f4 because the queen's defended.
And
Yeah.
he has played
So queen takes b4 does not work.
the line.
So
Okay.
trying to find a move here for Sergey.
I would like rook a2.
I might be I'm a little bit worried about knight takes
Knight
g6.
takes g6. I have to.
I don't.
For now,
rook is yes.
But let's remember that the queen is defended in some variations, so I still will have bishop g7. I'm not saying that I'm super happy about giving the 3 pawns that are defending my king.
Right.
But it is not a winning threat.
Right. So we are looking at knight
Sergey-
takes g6 as
Sergey
being
plays with look, he's just gone rook takes b6.
Rook a3.
rook
Queen
a2.
c2 seems to make... Well, you're giving up b4, but again, knight takes g6 is kind of an issue. I really don't want to give up that pawn, especially for
No, I don't.
especially for a weakness like b4, right?
No, I don't.
Now, can I play... The thing about rook e6 is that I'm not sure it does anything.
G7, rook e6 is a move I would definitely be considering. In fact, I'd spank it down in a blitz game.
Yeah, but how do you follow it up? Rook e6, queen takes b4? Like, what is the actual threat of this move?
Rook takes
Rook takes
c6.
c6.
I guess I can just do that, right? Take the
Right,
pawn
and
back.
then I've got knight takes
Right.
d5 as a...
That's an idea.
Right. So
Yeah, rook e6. I mean, it's an easy move for Maxime.
He's played
And he's played it,
He's
yeah.
played it, yeah.
Maybe just queen d7 to keep the d7 pawn protected.
But
d7.
you can now start. Can you tickle things?
Then let's play it.
Yeah, he has asked the question, what is your rook doing on e6 that I can't deal with?
In worst case scenario, to move it back, but queen g4 then it's kind of annoying.
Yes. Well, again, this position I see as a huge advantage. If black...
Knight
Can I play knight e5?
Knight
Then there he goes, knight e5.
Knight e5. So, bishop takes e5. You want to play rook takes g6?
No, I'll just take back.
And now could I take the rook?
I'm not so sure.
It's a
I
rook.
think you're just getting mated, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna... I mean, come on, you must be getting mated.
Maybe.
Or at least perpetuals, right?
Okay, perpetual, yes.
Pawn takes e6, queen takes g6, king
Well, I
f8.
don't really have a choice, though. I've got to take this knight on e5.
But just to
Bishop,
see
bishop
that line.
takes e5.
Bishop e5, d e5, f e6, queen g6. King f8,
Knight e6 check. That's
knight
a
e6
winner.
is mate.
Yes.
Yeah?
So I
he-
have to go back to h8.
Right, so you have to go back to h8 and queen h6 is an obvious draw.
And
He's
he
actually played
hasn't
queen
taken-
a7.
He's
Okay.
played queen a7.
Oh, this is sharp stuff, guys. This is sharp stuff.
Ooh.
Because there's
Sacrifices
counterattacks.
galore, though.
Also, can I take on c6 with the tempo just out of curiosity?
I
Knight
would.
takes c6, rook
take
a2.
that in a
I
heartbeat.
think
Yeah, but okay, I'm not
He's
being
done
fallen,
it.
right?
he's done it.
And that, there we go.
Here we go.
Can I take on g6? No, that doesn't work. Actually, I could. It's 3 pawns. Doesn't make a lot of sense, though.
You're thinking queen g6.
Yeah.
And he's
C6
just
on
taken
a7.
the knight. Pardon me, he's just traded the queens. What am I saying?
Okay, and now I have to defend against the
Bishop
bishop
takes
d4,
d4.
so I'm assuming rook e2, because now if you trade, the knight defends d4 at the end. Brilliant play, I think, here by MVL. He's gained the pawn. Problem is his time situation.
And there's knight takes
So the
d5.
time situation is that MVL has just over a minute and
versus
Sergey-
2.
yes, 2.
So the clock that he said is
But-
pawn. It's a pawn.
It's,
Bishop
yeah.
takes d4.
I
knight
didn't
c6.
like allowing bishop d4. I thought knight d5 was just a better move. But, okay, it's a pawn, and it simplifies things in a way, because even if you lose b4 somehow, it's 3 versus 3.
Right. This is not pleasant for Sergey because there's
Right.
even ideas of knight d8 and rook e7 on
Knight
tap.
b6.
He's offered a trade of knights with knight e6.
Crafty, but it's a 2-result game.
By the way, rook takes c6. Don't be misled. There
Rook
was
d2, rook behind the pawn.
definitely, but what is rook c4?
Knight c2, right?
Knight c2.
Then knight c3. He's played it.
Maybe I have knight a3 at the end, and I'm pushing my pawn.
Knight e3, sorry.
Yeah.
And if I just blockade it, is that just too passive?
Not at all. I mean,
You probably have to
they
go for
have
it,
to,
right?
And he's done that.
The nice thing about the blockading knight with the rook attacking the pawn always is that it's not possible actually for the rook and the knight alone to remove the blockade.
Exactly.
You will need the king, and it's hard to bring it back all the way to the queen side, as he is starting to do.
But nonetheless, it's a 2-result game for MVL, and our tournament leader, the first time so far today that Sergey's actually been on the back foot.
And there's pressure from every direction. Remember, Wesley So has drawn Hikaru. That lasted not even 30 seconds. Aronian has a huge advantage against Mamedyarov.
And he's going for an active rook. He wants to play rook to c7.
That's clever.
Check.
No, he wants to play rook c6, taking advantage of the fact that the king is on e7.
Exactly. So if you were to go rook b4 as well, that would be
c6.
rook c6, and then rook takes b5, rook takes
d6. Nice.
It's this little details. These players are so quick to catch.
Right.
It's like that detail with the king on g7 that allowed Hikaru to beat Fabi in the rapid game.
And hold on. Sergey's not fallen for the knight fork trick that...
Man, did I really have to play king f1? Wanted to play the...
I wanted to play king f3, actually.
Yeah, same here.
But then he was...
And then knight d7.
Right, and look, the knight has to go to this awful square.
Okay, now we have chances. b6 seems like a natural move to me, if I can keep the pawn alive.
b6 looks... rook a6. I'd love to chase this knight to a lesser square. But he has played your move b6.
Push him, baby.
Push him, baby. All for it.
There's a lot of tricks and checks here that Black has to be very careful of. We're in such a position that if I trade the b6 pawn for the f7 pawn, he will be losing most of the positions. The knight on a4 is too far away to defend g6.
King f8, but now knight d5.
Or knight c4. I like knight c4 also.
Yeah, knight c4 and then going to knight e5.
And rook c7 type of ideas. Sergey in real trouble here. But the clock, the factor, 30 seconds to 50 seconds, Joby.
Also a little bit problematic for Sergey to bring the knight back. He might have to do it immediately, right?
You mean...
What's he doing with his king?
What?
Well, here...
He's kind of hoping that this structure, rook before knight a4, is going to just...
hold
is
it.
just improving his king. In the meanwhile, he's going to put his king on d4 and dominate the black knight.
Ah, perhaps I know what he's going for. He's going to go for some kind of knight takes b6 at the right time. And then
the problem
to give up the knight for
the beautiful thing about the knight on c4 is that it's not going to let you do that because you cannot put the rook on b2.
Right, and he has played rook king.
This thing's going to c7.
it is,
Yeah, very, very clear idea of just boom, boom, and
he's giving up the knight. He's going exactly for the variation you were talking about. Joey, practically this might be the best idea. Notice that specifically in this position, this coordination of the white pieces, I cannot defend all of my kingside pawns. No, don't move the rook first, you're blundering the knight.
Yeah. And Sergey, trying his best to hold on,
is losing, but with 12 seconds, not easy.
Does MVL have sufficient time on his clock to play what we know is a winning tech?
he's just establishing a fortress, because I was like, why didn't I not just go f6 and...
Right.
Fortress is a strong word, right? I can always go knight d5, rook c7. There should be a way to break this. Right?
Well,
not that easy when you have 10 seconds on the clock.
No. I'm not even sure it's easy without 10 seconds.
Because now you need to bring your knight to g5, right? The knight has to come all the way around the board.
But I can't do it. I mean, it's not like you can prevent me from ever doing
Very
this.
calm technique from Sergey. I have to say, my instinct would have been just to go f6 and g5 and try to... But he's... No. I want that fortress.
Right, but I think that White really needs to put his knight on g5.
I would start with putting the knight on f4 just to cover the king. And I always have ideas of knight h3, knight g5, or knight e6, knight g5.
Okay, this is a pause. So what does that mean for the clock, Jody?
So MVL has 10 seconds and Karjakin has 22 2 seconds.
I
But
mean,
everyone is playing with a delay. Okay, so
right.
no,
King
G8, sorry.
Yes.
Jack
H7.
can go to G7.
Yes.
You cannot go to G7.
Watch
so
out
now,
for those tricky knight forks. King H6.
Rook F8. Oh, a nice.
F6.
This forces the trade.
And
why
resigns.
didn't he move his... The fortress was broken down. So that's
what?
it. Sergey Karjakin has been paused.
Yes.
Let me say
He's on
paused.